Hey, Angel.
Hi, Rhonda. How are you, loves?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome to Hold My Purse, the show that is all about putting yourself at the center of your life with some serious badass self-care. Um, I remember when we first met, like, I don't know how long ago it was. Was it over the summer?
Yes, it was over the
Yeah.
summer.
So what stood out for me, we met in spin class,
Yes, we did.
and what stood out for me was one that you were so friendly. And then I noticed in class how helpful you were to everyone, adjusting people's bikes, helping Coach Leslie with the sound and the lights. And I was like, who is this guy? He's so freaking helpful. Tell me how you got to a place where you're such a helpful person. Like, what's that all about?
I think it's just who I've always been. I've always just been that person who's helpful, who wants to, a caregiver, want to
Right.
make sure that everybody's comfortable, everybody's in the right place, that they
Mhm.
understand that they're seen. Because
Okay.
I think I know how it feels not to be seen.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make sure people feel seen, whether they want to be seen just a little bit or a lot,
Mhm.
whatever it may be. And why not help? Why not be helpful? Why not be kind? So that's just who I've always been.
I love that. So about a month ago or so, we kind of took our friendship to the another level,
Yes,
and
we did.
we we ventured into becoming spin instructors,
Yes.
and we participated in a 9-hour training, and that's when I think I got to learn a lot about you in that
Yes.
day. And then, I think it was a couple days later, you were telling me about how much of a people pleaser you are. And I was like, okay, so this makes sense. Going back to when I first met you, how helpful you were. You were super helpful in the training. So, talk to me about when you recognized that you were a people pleaser and what that meant, and when you decided you needed to do something about it.
You know, I would have to. Ooh, that's a good question. you, I've always felt like, how could I explain this? You know, I've stood in the background a lot. Even though I'm out there helping people and doing what I got to do, I've always stood in the background in a sense to kind of see my visual of everybody, see what's out there. And I started noticing there's a lot of trouble. I guess you could say trouble out there. And, people,
Yeah.
you see them in pain, you see them in like, in a feeling that they just aren't comfortable with.
Right.
And I knew that feeling. I knew that feeling so well, so well. And,
Oh.
and I decided, like, in a sense, like, you know what? Let me go say at least hi. Let me
Mm.
go and just be like a smile. You know how they sit there and say smiles are contagious?
Yeah.
So I say, see, you smile, I smile.
I don't
um,
know why I do that. I do smile a lot.
you do, and you have a gorgeous smile.
Oh, you're so
Um,
sweet. Thank you.
it's something that, if I can change that one person's day, that one
Yeah.
person's time, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because it makes me feel good, it makes them feel good, and
Mhm.
it's contagious. It's contagious.
Yeah, no,
So
you're absolutely right.
it's ever this is well, and I'm also kind of a protector. When I see someone who's in
Okay.
distress, I kind of like
Mhm.
my immediate reaction is to protect them, to show them that they're safe and there's nothing to have to worry about. Ever since I was a little kid, I mean, I remember the first time I ever truly was protecting someone. I was in the first grade, and there was this little girl who was getting picked on, and I was just like, "Leave her
I can
alone."
see you doing that. I can see you doing that. Like, not today.
No, not today. We ain't doing this to her. Leave her alone. And
Yeah.
that was my first little girlfriend.
Okay.
So ever
Okay.
since I want to protect people. I want people to feel safe because we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe. So
Yeah, that's so true. Well, let me ask you this question though. because when you're a people pleaser, it seems like you give up a lot of yourself. And I would imagine just in my interactions with you, like I get the sense that you give a lot of yourself. So has that created any problems for you in your life?
Oh,
Um, by being
yes.
a people pleaser?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, we can dive into that right now. Like
Let's do it.
it's I had to finally hit my rock bottom about a year ago.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
I give and give and give and give and give. And when I'm giving people, I'm giving them a piece of me, who
Yes,
I
you
am,
are.
a piece
Mhm.
of my heart, a piece of my mind, a piece of my soul, a piece of my embrace. And about a year ago from now, well, from today, I hit the biggest depression I've ever, ever
Wow.
experienced. It was so hard. It was something that I appreciate I had to go through. I
Mhm.
genuinely appreciate it, but I could tell you I no longer knew what happiness or joy felt like. I didn't
Oh
know what
gosh.
peace was. I didn't know any of that. It was gone, completely wiped out of my system, my mind, my feeling. There was no feeling of it anymore. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't describe it to you. I couldn't sit there and tell you this is what happiness feels like. I couldn't tell you the feeling of the sun hitting you. I couldn't feel you what a hug felt like. I I
Wow.
none of that. I hit a rock bottom, but I had to understand that every time I was giving to someone, trying to fix someone, heal someone, I was truly damaging myself in it. So it was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would imagine that it kinda chips away at your identity and almost like your self-awareness because to your detriment, you're giving up, like, your happiness, you're sacrificing what I would imagine what you wanna do in a given day because you're trying to please other people. So when you say you hit rock bottom, like, how did you process that, and how did you say, "Okay, you know what? I gotta do something about this shit. Like, I cannot stay here." Like, what was that like?
it was imagine just now I don't walk in my shoes, just imagine my shoes.
Okay.
Um every day waking up crying. You're literally in your sleep waking up already crying.
Oh
Like
gosh.
that's how I started my days. And I would shower, get ready for work, and before I would go to work, I throw myself on the bed and just cry some more. And I'm the type of person where I'm that annoying one. When I wake up, I'm like, "Good morning, the birds are out,
Mhm.
the sun is
Uh-huh.
shining," and I no longer have that. On my way to work, crying. You know,
Wow.
it was just at work, between clients, working with clients and hiding my sniffles and tears. And, but seeing everyone around me, everyone who was coming in happy, I'm like, whoa. And they're happy to see me, to genuinely see
Wow.
me and spend their time
Mhm.
with me. And I
Mhm.
had to fake it. I had to sit there and smile and be like, "Hey, how are you? How's it going? How's life?
Oh
You're
my god, that
amazing."
must have been terrible on the inside. Like,
Oh,
how did you do that?
believe it or not, I just did it because I felt like
Mm.
my burden wasn't for anybody else. But well, everybody else's burden was mine. And I was
Wow.
like, okay, just fake it. That's time to sit there and do what I need to do. I don't have any troubles. I'm on this pedestal that I put myself there. No one else did. I put myself there, and I'm gonna have to continue doing this because I did this for 40 plus years. So why am I gonna change in front of anybody else? So
Wow.
go ahead.
That's crazy. So, 'cause I did hair, and I know that you do, like, facials and things of
Yeah.
that nature, and I remember how that's an intimate relationship that you have with your clients.
It
Yeah, at least that's what I remember having, like, they share stuff about themselves and, you share things about yourself. when you said you were able to fake it, like, because I remember I used to go deep with my clients. I don't know why.
Mhm.
And they used
Yes.
to tell, and some people will tell you their life. Um, how did you kind of navigate faking it when because some clients will take you there. How
Oh,
were you able to navigate trying to fake that?
I stood away from eyes and me's. I literally stood away from the
Oh,
eyes and me's. Whenever they were talking
okay.
about a situation, I never brought up a way that I could relate towards them. I never brought it up, even
Dang.
though that's what people want to know is how you can relate towards them. It would be, I sit away like, I didn't say like, oh, I know that feeling. Oh, I understand. I, I stood away from that because if I did that, then I would have to come, have a conversation about me. And I wasn't
Wow,
ready.
like you were slick with it then. You were slick with the
Unfortunately, I was.
Oh
Unfortunately,
my
I
gosh. So, I
was.
mean, well, I'm glad like you hit that rock bottom, and I think sometimes that's what we have to do. Um, and I don't mean glad in suffering, but glad that you said, "Okay, you know what? This is not the way to live." Walk us through what that looked like when you said, "Okay, I'm at the bottom. Now I need to go back up to the top." Like, what did you start to do so that you can change the way you change your mindset,
Well,
basically?
I remember I had this client and I was sitting down and I remember I'm gonna leave her name out, but she knows who she is because I actually had this conversation with her.
Okay.
And she is someone who genuinely every time she came in, she was so excited to see me.
Oh.
Nothing but love and light. And I remember understanding I had like 10-15 minutes before she was gonna come in and I wanted to record myself.
Mm.
How I'm gonna react once she walks in. I wanted to see
Wait,
how
wait, wait. You recorded
yeah.
how you what, you wanted to prepare for your interaction with her?
I wanted to see how well I could fake it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, okay.
I wanted to see like how come how am I so good at this? How am I
Damn.
so good? And so I put up my phone, recorded, pretended she was gonna walk in,
Mhm,
and I kid you not, I kid you not. My face from the very beginning was like, okay, dead serious, no life
mhm,
in my eyes. And I was
mhm.
like, pretend she walked in. I looked to the side, pretend she was there. Hi, how are you? How's everything? How's the grandbaby? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a couple of weeks. How, oh my God. No, 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 I understand. I miss you too. Oh my God. Wow.
Like, you had a whole whole script,
Yes.
and you were
And
gonna lead the conversation with your script.
yes, yes. And then I pretended she walked away and it was done. I swear my whole face went to boom.
Whoa. So when she came in that day, I wanna
Yes,
it didn't go to script, huh?
it didn't. It
Okay.
didn't. I literally just sat there and she looked at me. She's like, what's wrong?
Oh, she sensed that. I mean, that's a person that feels energies, right?
Yeah.
So what she said, "What's wrong?" And
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. Everything's okay. Everything's going to
mhm.
be okay. And that's when I knew it's time. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm lying. I'm lying to the
Oh.
people who care about me and I care about them.
Mhm.
And I needed to change it. So what's the best thing they say is reach out for help. So the
Okay.
so the first thing I did is I'm one of 25 grandchildren and we're
That's a big family. Can I
yes.
come over for Christmas?
Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for, you know. Oh, it's crazy. So
Okay.
I decided to reach out to my closest people other than my parents and my siblings. I
Mhm.
sent a mass text out to all my cousins and we're just like, your cousin is not okay.
Okay.
He's not okay. I don't know what happiness is. I don't know what joy is. I'm so sad. I'm depressed. And that was my journey of healing to reach out to the people that I care about and care about me. So that's what started it all. And it was amazing to see how my family reacted. None of them gave me advice. None of
Mhm.
them sat there and was like, "Oh, you got this. You can get through this." All of them were just like, "We're here. We're here."
Okay.
And that's what you want to hear, is that we're here. You don't
Mhm.
want advice. You don't want to know like they've been there. You just want to hear people say, "We're here." Because I was always there for everybody else.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow. So everyone just said we're here for you, and then what did you do next? I mean, I'm sure that felt comforting and
Yes.
reassuring, because, when you're in that space, I would imagine you don't want nobody telling you what to do, so you had to process, and then what did you decide to do for yourself?
I just, I started trying to get dressed better. Believe it or not,
Okay.
like, because I was going to work in sweats and a t-shirt. And
No way. Every time I see you, you kinda like even in spin class, like,
yes,
"What?"
yes, sweats and a t-shirt. I was going like I would and flip-flops. I mean,
Mhm.
it was just the little things of like, okay,
Okay.
put on your jeans,
Mhm.
shave your head, don't let it grow out so far, just
Mhm.
even if you didn't feel good in the inside, at least feel good in the outside.
Okay.
So, and it's like, and then I started doing things like that. I started going to therapy, you know,
Mhm.
I, therapy. I just was like, let's do this. Let's do this. I
Yes.
told my whole family, I told all my friends what I was going through. Um, I embraced whenever someone reached out to me,
Mhm.
whether I always responded, even if it was just like a dot, just so they know I was okay. I'm
Right.
there, or a happy face. Or if someone asked me, how are you today? I wouldn't lie. I'd be like, I'm doing good. Or today's not a good day. Today's not.
Okay, so self-awareness went way up, during therapy. What were
Yes.
your therapy sessions like? And because I've gone through therapy and I found it to be the best thing that I could ever have done for my life and for myself and my growth. So tell me about how, one, I mean, and I know there's a stigma. How did you find your therapist a good therapist? And then two, what were your sessions like? If you're feel free to,
Of
if you
course.
feel like sharing that.
Yes. You know, believe it or not, I kind of just put it out there. I
Okay.
was just like, let me go through my insurance.
Mhm.
Let me go into the mental health and universe, God, rock, sun, whatever you want to believe in.
Mhm.
I said, just give it to me. Right
Mm.
now, just give it to me. You'll find it for me, and this will be it. Found an organization, and I was just like, okay, contacted them. They
Okay.
contacted me right back, and in God's grace, she was amazing, amazing. And
Love that.
it's like, because sometimes you have to go through a couple in
Yeah,
order
I
to find
did.
that one. To find that one. And she
Mhm.
was just amazing. And I remember telling her telling myself, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie and pretend everything's okay, because that's not why I'm here. And I was always completely honest, except for one time.
Okay.
One time I was not honest with her, and
Okay.
I made it seem everything was going perfect. Everything was great. And then the following week, I looked at her and I told her, I lied to you last week.
What'd she say?
She's like, what do you mean? I was just like, everything isn't great.
Mm.
Everything's hard right now. I'm not doing better, but
Mm.
I worried about you. And she looked at me like, what do you mean? I was like, I remember I was in tears, and I told her, I said, who helps you when you're helping us?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. See,
And I,
you are such a people pleaser, like, legit.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And what did she say?
She looked at me and she said, I'm okay. I'm good. I take care of myself. Don't worry
Okay.
about me. I love what I do. I'm like, are you sure? Because I know how it feels when people are spilling their beans to you, and you know, I
Mm.
know how it goes. I'm an empath, and I just know that feeling. And I was worried about you so much that day that I didn't want to give you my burdens and you go home with it and wondering like how to fix me while I felt like I was breaking you down. And she's like, I'm Angel, I'm okay.
Wow. So I would imagine that did you all have a session about how you felt about being a burden to her? Like, did she like work through
Yeah,
that with you? Okay.
yes. And we sat there and we were just talking about it. And she was telling me,
Uh-huh.
she explained why she was in that field and why she
Okay.
enjoyed it. And, what she didn't go into full detail on how she took care of herself,
Mhm.
but it put an ease in my mind and like, okay, like I don't have to worry about her. And that's a feeling that I don't get very often.
Mhm.
I don't get that very often. Like I don't get the feeling that when I express myself honestly, I feel like sometimes I'm leaving a burden on people.
Okay.
And she made me feel ease, like she was okay. And that was like, I don't have to worry.
So did she help you understand how she brought ease to you and saying, "Hey, I'm okay." Did she explain or share how some tactics or tools that you could use outside of your relationship, out in the world with other people so that you wouldn't feel like you had to lie and not be honest about how you feeling? Like, what did she say about that? Did she give you any exercises or tools?
Well, one of the things she always gives me homework. And
Okay.
I've noticed with the homework that she always gives me, it's the focus
Mhm.
on me, not
Okay.
the focus on everybody else. I started to notice that. I was
Yes.
like even like little
You was
worksheets.
slick with it.
I was like, hey, I see what you're doing. She started making
Yes.
me realize me. Like, Angel, focus on you. Like, you focus on everybody else, but focus on you. So everything
Mhm.
from, if I started feeling down about something,
Mhm.
it's something that an incident that may have happened, to flip the script on my mind of saying like, you know what, today you're driving in a beautiful day, enjoy it, you know
Right.
how and understand that feeling, but also understand there's other feelings out there for you that you can
Right.
embrace and focus on you. And so she started making me really truly see myself. She gave me, I remember, these little rocks,
Mhm.
and she told me to write things that make me feel happy on the little rocks. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, like, I guess. And I remember the very first one I wrote was faith.
Okay.
And 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 I was like, okay, I'm understanding this. And then it was just the forest, and then just things that made me feel happy. And she told me
Mhm.
when I started feeling in a certain way, just go to my rocks and remember these things that make me feel happy.
Wow. Now where did you keep the rocks? Were they, like, in,
Oh,
like, plain sight?
they're in my living room, right there, smack. And it's like, and I look at them every morning. I
Okay.
sit there and I'm like, because, and it's always like, I sit there, I'm like, these things make me happy, and I deserve to be happy.
That part.
I deserve to be happy.
Listen, my mama used to tell me, and she was not playing, "If I ain't happy, ain't nobody happy."
What?
And I started carrying that on in my life, but at some point, I feel like I lost who I was, and it was mostly around the workspace, just losing who I am from a self-awareness perspective. But what I've come to realize is that when you truly do put yourself first, and if you, Angel, are truly happy, everyone else around you, it's like that energy, you have that vibration. People will change and they will become happy. And if they got issues and burdens, they may not burden you with them as much without asking for your permission. Like, hey, I got this going on. Do you feel like talking about it versus just dumping it on
Right.
you?
It's like, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just vomit
When
your emotions on me.
hey, hold up. We just walked in. It was like, how
Like,
are
not
you? I didn't
today.
say hi. Yeah, I said hi. I haven't got to the question of how are you yet.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
because I have
saying.
to prepare myself. I mean, well, the you know how we touched the subject of like I was giving myself to everybody. I learned how
Yes.
to give people themselves. in a sense.
Ooh, unpack that. I love that.
So I learned that I'm no longer going to give you me. I will present myself. I will sit
Mhm.
there and show you who I am, see who I
Right.
am. If you like the way I am, great. But
Right.
I decided, like, I will look at you, Rhonda. I'm gonna look at you, and if you came up to me, I'm gonna give you your light. I'm gonna let you
My
see the
light?
great, yeah, your light. I'm gonna show you the greatness of who
Oh,
you are. I'm not gonna give you my light. I'm gonna give you your light because you deserve to have your light. So I'm gonna give that to you.
okay.
So the first thing I do is I will sit there and I'll look at you and I'll sit there and I just imagine this big, bright, like light behind you. And I'll sit there and imagine like what it could be white, it could be whatever color, whatever it feels like my heart's gonna give you. And realize
Right.
that's not my light. I'm not gonna take that from her. That belongs
Right.
to her. I'm gonna give it to her and let her see it. So let's do that way. Let's Instead of me giving you me, I'm gonna give you your light because you deserve to have your light. So that's how
That
I
is
started doing things.
beautiful. I'm about to steal that.
Do it. You'll be surprised what it does. You'll be surprised. Like, you know what? No, you're not gonna have my light. This is mine. I worked hard for this light. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
it's and if it's gonna go down, it's gonna and go dim. It's gonna be because of me, not because of anybody
Right.
else. But I'm gonna let it shine bright, and you deserve to have a bright light also. So, look, here's your light. This is for you. So,
Wow.
yeah,
So a year later, tell me
yes,
how what's your state of mind? What's your mindset now? Like what state are you in? How you feeling?
I let every day I used to pray to just let me feel. Let me. Well, let's go back some years. Let's go back
Okay.
some years. Years, years, years.
Okay.
Every day I used to pray to God. I don't want tomorrow.
Really?
I don't want tomorrow. Do not give me my tomorrow. It's not mine. I no longer want it. And I tell you this now, every day now, give me my tomorrow. I want my damn tomorrow. Give it to me. I want to know what tomorrow comes. I want to know what's going to be in there. And do not take that from me. So every day I feel like I'm living.
I
I'm
love that.
living and I want to live. So I'm
I
happy.
love that. I love
I'm
that. To go from I don't want to tomorrow to I can't wait for tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
I'm excited about tomorrow. I want to
Yes.
live tomorrow.
Yes.
That is a blessing.
Oh, very
Look at
much.
look at you.
you know, it takes work and we got to
Oh,
work on
yeah.
ourselves. We got to work on
Yeah,
ourselves.
I totally agree with you. And that's I mean, I'm no therapist or psychologist or anything by that in no stretch of imagination, but I truly believe we have it within ourselves to make ourselves happy. And
Yes.
it's on us to do the work to get to that place. And that involves a lot of things, right? Like knowing your worth, your value, your having some confidence, creating some boundaries, being self-aware. Like
Mhm.
all these things can help you to live a more peaceful life. And I'm
Yep.
so honored that you was like, okay, I'll share this,
Yeah.
Rhonda, on your podcast.
It's that thing where I mentioned before. It's like we're never broken. We're just bent.
Yes. And we can be put back into shape.
Yep. Exactly. And you never know what you're going to create once you unbend yourself. You never know.
Yeah.
So you create something beautiful. So and that's I just took out all the knots, unbent myself, and was just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. So
You
I
are
love it.
good. You
Thank
are good.
you.
I'm super proud of you. I mean, like the smile on your face and that happiness and glow. So tell me what's next? What are you working on now? Like are there
Um,
any big milestones that you're working towards or
I'm kind of working on how can I'm in the beauty industry, but I give myself another about 5 to maybe 6 more years. It hurts.
Okay.
It physically hurts your body. You
I
know,
trust me, I know. That's
it's
why
like
I got out of it. I was like, "I can't do this no more."
ex- and I'm kind of looking into how, like, maybe real estate. I don't know. I
Okay.
is there big goals? There's big goals. What the goals are, I don't know exactly. I'm kind of
Mhm.
letting, and that's where I've kind of landed in the beauty industry. I didn't know I was going to be there. I worked in the medical field for 17 years.
Okay.
So it just landed on my plate, and I'm just going to kind of give it to the universe and be like, and God, like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for what's next for me. And
Mhm.
just, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. I didn't think, did you think you were going to be a spin instructor?
No. Listen, I love how he was like, "Yo, we're about to do this, spin," and I was like, and you were like, "It's in Redwood." I was like, "Oh, heck no, I'm definitely not doing it." And then you put me on blast, was like, "Oh, but it's online." I was like, I gotta do it now. But I'm so glad I did.
Yes.
It is such a and I missed y'all last week, by the way. It's like doing 8 songs by yourself, I thought I was
How
gonna
was
die.
it? How was it? You killed it.
I don't know. I'm gonna assume that I did well, but let me just say Leslie didn't get my song list, so we had to use my Apple. I mean, it was just a lot of technical issues at first, but
Oh,
she
you
said it
guys.
went well. It was a lot of fun. But I'm like,
Are you there?
maybe I work people too hard
Yeah.
because I like to run. So I'm like, I gotta create a balance so I'm
Uh,
not killing people. But I missed y'all.
we missed you also. We missed you a lot. So, but I had faith in you. I was like, she's gonna do it and she's gonna kill it. So,
Yeah, I'm just glad y'all gonna be there Thursday, right?
yes, yes,
Oh,
of
thank
course.
God. Oh, like I look, my legs hurt so bad. The next day, I was like, oh gosh. So, this has been a lot. I mean, you shared a lot, depression and anxiety and people pleasing. Now you're on the other side. So I always ask my guests um, if there was one boundary that they had to create that everybody had to follow. What would be your boundary? What would you say, Rhonda? The rest of the world, this is my boundary, and you have to live by it.
You want to know? Here we go. You
I,
ready for
I,
this? You ready?
oh, I'm all ears.
Open your mind on this one.
Okay, okay.
I I would tell people understand the boundary of time.
Mm,
Time. You
yes.
know, it's I think we take it for granted. We take it for granted, and
Hmm.
if we understood that time is forever, but
Hmm.
ours isn't. And if we
Mm,
understood, the boundaries that time has on us, then we would probably rechange our thoughts and our minds and how we do
mhm,
things.
mhm,
You know, I don't know if you remember in class the other day when I was sitting there cycling and I was coaching, I said,
mhm,
the only thing in life and guaranteed is time. And in those times, we create moments, and those
mhm,
moments become our memories. So, what are your memories going to be? And if we understood that time is on our side, but we only have a limit of it, we would change the way we would do things, how we wake up, how we treat
mhm.
others, how we spend our time with ourselves. You know, we
Yeah,
would. We would completely understand. If we understand time had boundaries on us, we would change the way we do things. I mean, if you think
yeah.
about it, once we hang up, this was a moment that is now our memory.
Mhm.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a
I
good one.
love that because people really do take time for granted. Last week my granddaughter was on, I mean, she's on the podcast every week,
Mhm.
and she was like, she just turned 6, and she was like, "And next year I'm gonna be 7." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." Help your life. Like, like first of all, in my mind, I'm like, that makes me another year older. And you just turned 6. I was like, can we just rest right where we are and enjoy this time and this day and not try to advance so much further and so fast? And the opposite of that. So yesterday, my middle daughter was like, I'm not feeling this adulting thing, mom. I was like,
Oh,
oh, really? And she was like, I said, it's overrated, isn't it? She was like, yeah. I said, don't you wish you could go back to that time when you were a kid, when you had no worries? She was like, yeah. I said, I tried to tell you.
you're trying to right,
I tried to tell
right.
you.
Don't grow up too fast.
Enjoy. Even now, even at this age, I'm like, just enjoy today. Like, I have some legit concerns about my future, but now I'm changing my mindset and like, first of all, I don't even know if I'm gonna be around then. So just focus on the present
See,
and it's all
you want
good.
tomorrow, right? You want that
I
tomorrow.
do want tomorrow. I want a lot of tomorrows,
Yes,
but I'm not
exactly.
going. I don't want the stress of thinking about what may happen tomorrow that may not be good. I don't want that in my life. So now I just live in gratitude every day, thankful, do my affirmations every morning, and I'm just going to enjoy the moments. Just like you said, enjoy the moments in the day.
Yes, yes. Create your moments. Those are your memories. Those
I
are your
love it.
memories. And it's it how you and I met, it was meant to be. It was
Yes,
meant
now I
to
know what I would do without y'all in my life, like legit.
Not going anywhere. Give me my tomorrow
Like
with you,
Tuesday,
girl.
Wednesday, Thursday, we spinning.
No, it's a blessing. It's a
Yeah,
blessing to encounter people like yourself. It's like it's a blessing to see, in a sense, kind of like the other side of the mirror.
yeah.
It's so great to see, like,
Mhm.
there's people out there who really truly want other people to be happy, want themselves to be happy, and you're doing it. I mean, I see
Yeah.
you. It's like when I see you in class and we're like, woo, you're like, woo. you know, and
We get
sometimes
each
in
other
class,
pumped.
because
We get each other pumped.
yeah, because
Did you
sometimes I'm
notice
like,
how Josh the other day was like, "Are you guys gonna start screaming?" I'm like, "Yes, we are."
oh.
That's that motivation. We're motivating each other.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to do this in life to be able to enjoy it.
Yes.
We need to. We need to sit there and appreciate our lives. We truly
Well,
do.
I definitely enjoy you and appreciate you so much in our friendship. After we did that 9-hour training, I was like, okay, y'all, we are forever bonded
Yes, and that's when
together.
I learned. That's when I learned that you cussed. I was like, "Oh, she curses."
I know because I was cussing all day. I was like, oh.
I was like, "Oh, excuse me."
And then I was starting to feel bad. I was like, wait, do y'all swear? Because cussing like a sailor right now. You was like a sailor.
Yes, yes, yes. I was like, "Oh, look at her, look at her." I clutched my pearls. I was like, "Ooh."
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you and love you to pieces.
Same. I appreciate and love you all, son. Thank you for spending time with me. I
Yes,
appreciate
for sure. All right. Come
it.
back again. I think you should interview me. I think people get a lot out of me.
Oh, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do
Okay.
that. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. I will be there.
All right.
I'm there. I'm already there.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Let's have a
All
beautiful
right.
night. All
Okay.
right.
Let's see. Let's let it do what it's going to do. How do you feel about it?
Great. It was fun.
Okay.
It was a
Okay.
lot of fun. I
Okay.
had to keep